Morning.
How's your spoils?
How are you feeling? You've got a day off today, haven't you?
Supposed to get this place sorted, looks like a tip.
Oh, I'm awful tired. I didn't sleep a wink.
Not the only one. Been tossing and turning half the night. Didn't have that flat getting burgled either. Kept thinking you were going to do this place in. When I finally managed to forget about that, Jackie kept popping into my head.
She really got to you, didn't she?
You saw what she was like. Oh, toffee nose 1 minute, getting out of a posh new car. Next minute she's arguing like a fishwife.
Yeah, well, don't let her wind you up.
Oh, okay then. I'll just forget about the fact that I had a family of ruin my life, shall I?
She'd love to see you like this, you know.
I'd love to see how she'd get on in my position.
I've told you. If you want to get your own back on her, I'll help you. We'll just wait for our moment, eh?
Oh! Sorry, kid.
Sorry, Jim. I didn't realise you'd be up.
Don't worry, Jim. Could have been worse.
How?
Could have had your thong on.
Morning, Casanova.
Morning. I'm sorry about last night. As soon as I lay down, I was out cold.
I'm only joking.
I tell you what, though, best night's sleep I've had in ages. Don't I feel better for it?
Good, because you're going to need all your energy for later.
Oh, is that a promise?
Yep.
I'll get it.
Is it Bill's?
Yeah. The good news is they're not for us. Well, apart from this one.
Who's it from?
Of course.
We are writing to confirm that the loan company are unwilling to accept your proposed repayment schedule and a redetermination hearing will be arranged for January 2002.
We've got to go through all that rigmarole again.
Yeah, well, they're not telling us anything we didn't already know, and at least we can stall them for a bit. And we've still got to tell them that I've lost my job with Great Granny's, haven't we?
Do you reckon that'll make much of a difference, like?
Well, how much I earn affects how much we can afford to pay, doesn't it?
Yeah.
At least we can put it off till after Christmas.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but I'm not letting something like that put me off my turkey. Let's worry about it when it comes, eh?
Hey, Rach.
Hey, Jackie. Sit down. So, how are the kids?
Oh, they're the least of me worries. Just had another run-in with Katie.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, only this time she brought their Sammy along for a bit of backup.
It's the last thing you need, isn't it?
Anyway, I'm not here to discuss them two. I was sorting through some of Harry and Emma's old clothes and thought they might do better turn. It's lovely in here, isn't it? Reminds me how pokey our place is. Anyway, there's nothing wrong with them, it's just that they're too small for Harry and I'm sick of seeing Emma in them, so...
And Beth's growing out of her clothes faster than we can afford to replace them.
I know, they cost a fortune, don't they? And it's not like they get the wear out of them. Last pair of shoes I bought Harry cost more than mine did.
Anything in there that'd do for me? Any of Max's old cast-offs?
Right, we're off, Jimmy.
Right, so you better get a move on, hadn't you? You're going to be late. You'll be getting your wages docked.
Oh, I'm working tonight. Pensioner special, got the Blue Rinse Brigade in late.
No.
Better get a move on yourself, haven't you?
Nah, not until later.
All right then. See you later, Jim.
Can I have a quick word before you shoot? About before. I'm sorry you caught me in my bills. Not a pretty sight first thing in the morning. Or any time of day, come to that.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Just gotta make sure it doesn't happen again. Thing is, I don't think this is working out the way it should. The living arrangements, I mean.
Look, Jim, she normally has her dressing gown on. She was just in a hurry. She come out to get a bag and...
Hang on. It's not an inquest.
Police don't chuck us out, Jim. We're normally dead careful about stuff like this, aren't we?
Yeah. If I'd have known I'd embarrassed you, then...
All right, all right. No one's kicking you out yet. And there's no need to be sorry. First time I've felt my pulse rise in ages. Anyway, as lovely as you are, I don't think either of us want a repeat performance of this morning, do we?
How about if we want me dressing gown all the time?
No, it's not that. It's... Well, you two are newlyweds, aren't you? Young people who like being together, doing things together. And if you had the place to yourselves, it wouldn't be a problem, would it? You'd be able to kiss and cuddle to your heart's content. Only you haven't got the place to yourselves, have you? I live here as well. And that's the problem.
Thanks, Rach. Look, I'm sorry about your job and everything.
Doesn't matter.
No, it does. I shouldn't have kicked off on you like I did. You didn't deserve it, and I'm sorry.
Thanks, Jack.
But look, your job's still there, you know, if you'll come back.
She doesn't want the job.
What?
Said she doesn't want the job.
Oh, mate, how can you be so pig-headed?
Look, Jackie, every time money is mentioned in this family, all hell breaks loose. So from now on, we're going to keep it separate. If we're not involved in your business or taking your money, we stand a better chance of getting on, don't we?
We don't have to do that.
Oh, but we do.
What do you think?
Well, we could do with the money, but it's not as important as family, is it?
Well, alright, if you think it'll help.
And let's be honest, it's the only thing we have a fallout over. Jobs, money, who's running whose business.
Yeah, you're right. And I'm sorry.
Forget it, we've all been there.
I was thinking of going in to see Dad. It's about time I spoke to him, cleared the air.
Mike, you'd be made up to see you.
Well, I'll speak to him when he rings, sort things out.
Well, no, why do you write to him?
Yeah, phone call's over in a matter of minutes. I remember that with my mum and Beth. You never get enough time to say what you need to.
And there's always a queue for the phone. My dad was saying no sooner is he dialing than someone's telling him to hurry up and get off. Write to him, and then you can ask him to make sure your name's on the visiting order, and you'll definitely get to see him.
Yeah, I will do, yeah.
So, what about this lot? So I'll just take them home.
No, leave them. Might be something in there that'd do Beth, mightn't there?
Oh, I'll give these a quick swill, and then I'll get the shelves sorted out.
Alright.
Only a matter of time, I suppose.
What are you doing? Hey.
All right, lads, it was only an accident. No harm done, eh? Look, it's just a couple of jinks. I'll tell you what, I'll get them in, on the house. Go over the tables and I'll bring them out for you.
Well, I hope them drinks are coming out of your pockets.
Yeah, it doesn't see, eh?
Morning, boss!
Jimmy, first job of the day for you. Get them Christmas trees sorted.
We'll decorate them like...
No, stick them in the porch and get them tied together before they sprout legs and walk. And when you are, stick that up.
Bargain?
Hi, Jim.
Okay.
Oh, thought me look at cheese then.
Dad's just sent me in to get him a sandwich for the dinner. I was glad of the break though, because it was all surgical stockings and death eats.
Hey, don't be knocking the senior sits. Good tippers them, aren't they?
I suppose so. I've been worried sick about what Jimmy said this morning. Has he mentioned anything?
No, he's just come in. And besides, you read what he said. He's not chucking anyone out.
Yeah, he said he's not chucking anyone out just yet. I've a word from him, sorted.
That's right.
You no break, Emily? Yeah, well, he's not. Let him get on with his work.
What's with your face? Do you want any cheese and ham rolls?
No, Christy ate them all. Could do you a cheese and piccalilli?
It's for Diana, I don't know if she likes that. Tell you what, do us a cheese and onion, and that way if she doesn't want it, I'll listen.
You go.
Make sure that's paid for.
Take notice of him. I don't. Listen, fancy a night out?
Could do with a bit of achieving up, like. When?
Wednesday, I'm going to turn up. Mob handed at the bingo. It's a bit of a surprise for Jerome, so not a word to him, okay?
I'm hardly going to be speaking to him, am I?
Can I trust you to be in the same room and not have a go with him?
What? With the bingo king? It's your funeral?
Look, sis, my Jay's not perfect, but neither's your Tim, is he? So, why don't we just agree to disagree?
Yeah. It's not worth falling out over the fella, is it?
So, you're up for it?
Yeah. I'll have a word with Tim and see if he fancies it.
You don't think it'd be his type of thing, do you?
Customers need serving you when you finished yapping.
I'll have to go. See you later.
See you later. I'll come and get ya.
Hang on, before you go. Got a bit of a job lined up if you're interested.
Might be. Depends what's an offer.
Well, I'll take the £100 you've already had off me into account, plus the kitchen units, plus the bathroom suite.
Why don't you just say you're calling the favour you did me, eh?
I'm calling in a favour I did you. There's still going to be a couple of quid in it for you.
Alright, count me in.
And hey, this isn't Little League, alright? We've got a bit heavy.
Like I said, count me in.
We're out of milk. I'll run the garage.
You must be getting fed up of seeing me like this.
I just think you're making things more difficult for yourself, that's all.
You make it sound like I'm doing it on purpose. You've got no idea what it's like waking up every day with this sort of stuff going on in your head.
No, you're right. I haven't got a clue. But one thing I do know is those Dixons would love to see you like this, sitting, crying and worrying, while they're out doing the Christmas shopping and planning the next holiday. Do you know what you have to do to make yourself feel better? Get even with her.
And do what exactly? I've had it out with her time and again. I've screamed, I've shouted. I haven't done a car in.
And after what you've been through, do you think any of that's going to make you feel any better?
What do you suggest I do? Get myself a gun and take Max out?
Well, whatever it is, it's got to be more damaging, more permanent than throwing a tin of paint at a car. And I think I've got an idea of what it is we should do.
It's great, this, isn't it? Whizzing back home from work for your tea.
I know. I didn't think Dad let me go, but I just seen her and said, so look, I need a break. I need to have a hot meal.
What time do you finish?
8. You come and meet you from work and walk me back.
Yeah, of course I will. Hey, do you fancy going for a drink afterwards?
I'll have to see how my tips go. Don't you get bored just sitting here all the time on your own?
No, it's not all the time, is it?
I was just thinking, you know, all work, no play.
Well, if it's play you're talking about, come here.
Do you fancy a night out with your mates on Wednesday?
You could be a bit more subtle, couldn't you?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Where you going?
Nowhere. I just thought that you might like a good night out with your mates, that's all. Oh, Nicky wants me to go to the bingo with her. She wants to go and watch Jerome make a show of himself. Which I'm well up for.
You at the bingo?
Yeah, I'm living the high life, aren't I? I'll have my eyes down for a full one with our Nicky.
And me?
You?
Yeah, it's you right. It's my night off Wednesday.
Oh, I was going to ask if you wanted to go, but Nicky said you wouldn't be into it.
Come on, a few scoops, a chance to win a small fortune, and the opportunity to take the mick out of Jerome. What more could I want from a night out?
Great then. I'll have to go in 10 minutes. I've left Maisie Crocker under the dryer with the demi wave. If I don't get back, she'll have a head like a bog brush.
10 minutes, eh? We could do a lot in 10 minutes. Come here.
Max?
Sammy? You after a table?
No, actually I was wondering if I could have a quiet word with you.
Why, sure.
I wanted to apologise.
What for?
Don't tell me you haven't heard. I should never have said those things to Jackie, but Katie's hurt and I automatically jumped to her defence. You know what it's like with family.
Well, Jackie was pretty upset.
And that's down to me. I should have known better. I mean, I know both sides now.
Well, if you really do want to apologise, I suggest you go and see her. She's the one you upset.
Well, I was wondering if you'd say sorry for me. I'm caught in the middle, Max, and to be honest, I just want things to get back to normal.
Do you think that's possible?
Well, it's worth a go, don't you think? I mean, if we don't, who's to say how long this will carry on for? We all live in the same place. Doesn't it make sense to get things sorted?
Well, I'm not exactly sure what it is we can do.
If Katie and Jackie are carrying on like a pair of kids, well, maybe it's up to us two to be the adults. I'm sure there's something we can come up with to sort things between them.
I woke you up, haven't I? You working tonight?
I work every night. I was getting up in half an hour anyway.
I keep forgetting you work night, sorry.
I wish I could. I'm knackered.
Tell me about it. The kids have got me worn out. Come 9 o'clock, I'm fit for nothing. Rachel not in now?
She must be out with Beth getting a bit of fresh air. Do you want a brew?
No, I won't keep you. Look, all it was, well, I was thinking before, and I know Rachel's down on her money, and you must have bills to pay left, right and centre. And there's Christmas coming up.
Don't remind me.
Well, I've got a suggestion. Well, we've got a suggestion. I mentioned it to Max a while back.
Go on.
Well, we didn't think you should bother with Christmas presents this year. You know, instead of spending it on us lot, you can keep it all to yourselves. Did you manage to talk to your lady before?
I nipped back to ours to ring her, didn't I? But she was out. Then she rings me and I'm out. We keep missing each other.
It's weird, that.
when your kids move away from you.
Yeah, well, it takes a bit getting used to, you know.
Well, we had it in reverse, I suppose. You know, my mum went to go and live in Brussels. Oh, that was bad enough. Still, you've got a couple more kids on your hands now, haven't you?
Oh.
Are they behaving themselves?
Well, they're doing stuff young people do. Know what I mean?
I don't know how you do with Jim. I would not last 2 minutes if we had to live without Emily again.
Well, I used to think that when our Lindsay moved back home, you know. It was funny getting used to her being back there with the mum and dad. No, it's funny getting used to her not being there. To be a bit quiet, you know. Lonely, I suppose.
Is she doing alright though?
Oh, yeah, got a new life for herself now, new start and everything. Yeah, I bet she'll have her own house in a year. You mark my words. Best thing she ever did.
Yeah, but how must that feel? To lose someone you love? Someone you'd planned to spend the rest of your life with? I mean, especially under the circumstances. What must that do to you? I hope you don't mind me mentioning, but... Well, I heard about Susanna. If anyone can understand what Katie's going through, Max, it's you. It happened just over a year ago, didn't it?
November the 5th.
Oh, no thanks, I'll stick to this. Well, I wasn't around when you got married, so here's to you and Jackie. I must say, Max, I was a bit surprised when I heard.
Well, you're not the only one. You're a very lucky man.
She's a lucky girl.
Well, I wish you were around when we first got together. I could have done with this sport.
Oh, it's the same with me and my fella. Everyone up in arms over the age difference.
How old is...
Richard. Old enough. I mean, compared to him, you're a toy boy. So, how's Jackie getting on with being a mum? Still coping?
Oh, well, yes. A few teething problems, but we're getting there.
It mustn't be easy for her, though. I mean, single 1 minute, mother of 2 the next. I mean, they take up all your time, don't they? I mean, you don't get a minute to do... Well, to do the things you used to, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I know what you mean.
When Louise was younger, I was so tired looking after her. I hardly had any time or energy for Richard. If he'd have been any younger, I don't know how I'd have coped.
You just do.
Yeah, I suppose. Anyway, I better get going. Or Katie will have the sniffer dogs out after me.
Here.
Oh, thank you. If anyone can sort this mess out, Max, it's me and you, don't you think?
Maybe you're right. It's down to us.
Well, thank you for your time. I'll see you soon. So she said don't buy presents this year. I thought that's what you were going to say.
I was going to, she just beat me to it.
Well, at least we've got a couple of quid for ourselves, eh?
Everything she seems to do just winds me up, you know.
I just feel like we're hanging on her every word sometimes. She decides if we're going to buy presents. She decides you should write to your dad. It's like we go to make a decision and she's made it for us. We're like some poor relations who can't be trusted to think for ourselves.
I know, and I've had enough of it. Listen, we've got at least a month's grace before we have to make our next payment, yeah? So that gives us a little bit of extra cash.
What are you thinking, what I'm thinking?
Well, if you're thinking we should get our niece and nephew Christmas presents then, yeah?
A little something for Jackie.
A token for the brother-in-law.
Yeah, let's show him.
Come on now, dear, telling us what we can and can't do. It's our Christmas. I reckon we can do what we want.
I thought you were supposed to be permanent pensioners or something.
Finished, Jim. Just treating hubby to a drink.
Can't be bad. If I had a missus like that, we'd still be together. Now, we've got a bit of unfinished business, haven't we?
Yeah, look this morning, Jimmy. Sorry.
Look, it's not apologies we need, it's a solution. And I think I've come up with something. Now you two keep getting in my way, yeah? I keep getting in your way. So with that in mind, what I suggest is this. From now on, I'll sleep in the extension. You two can move upstairs to the master bedroom.
Do you mean it?
Can I have Lindsay's old room?
No, you can have my old room. I want Lindsay and Kylie's rooms left as they are for when we come to visit.
Thanks, Jim.
Nice one, Jim.
Yeah, so from now on, I'll be able to work on my computer without worrying that I'm disturbing you two, and you two will be able to do what you do without disturbing me.
Tony, mate!
Have you been all day?
I've been a busy girl.
Can you hang that up?
Oh, wind your neck and you're starting to sound like my mother.
You been hitting the bottle again?
Aren't I allowed to smile?
Not like that, you know.
Guess who I've been talking to? Max Farnham.
What have you been talking to him for?
Oh, just catching up. Guess what he said?
Oh, I'm not interested.
Mrs. Farnham's not up to it. This wife and mother stuff. She's out of her depth.
He told you that?
Well, not in so many words. But I reckon she's bitten off more than she can chew. I mean, she stopped work to look after the kids, yeah? And she's fallen asleep left, right and centre.
And what else did he say?
Well, reading between the lines, I don't think things are going too well for them.
How come?
Well, it's been a rush job, hasn't it? I mean, that Susanna one died just over a year ago, and he's shacked up with someone else. Rebound old what? And she's jumped at the chance of settling down. From what you've told me, it's taken a while, but she's got there in the end.
Well, she always gets what she wants.
I mean, she walked up the aisle a few years back, and as soon as she got to the altar, she marched back out again. And then there was Robbie. I mean, she's unbelievable. One flash of an engagement ring and she's on her back.
I'm not bothered about what she does. All I'm interested in is giving her a taste of what I've had to put up with. What?
Well, that's where I think I might be able to help you. Oh, you should have seen him, Katie. He's well up for it, I'm telling you. Now, if Max started to play away from home, how do you think she'd feel? What do you think that'd do to her?
It'd destroy her.
Exactly. And we're going to make her suffer like you have. We're going to wipe that smile off her face good and proper. We're going to break up that bitch's marriage.
They'll get me again, you know. You can't stop them. The teacher can't stop them. They'll get me again.
Hey, when's it all going to kick off? I told you, I'll let you know. I want you on standby, ready to go at a moment's notice.
You're screaming for revenge one minute and then acting like a terrified kid the next. Those Dixons tore your life to shreds.
I just got to thinking, all this has got to stop, hasn't it?
More Brookie Wednesday at 8 on 4. Next up, Ross and Joey are freezing their somethings off in Friends.